team. I don't know who y'all niggas think I am. But shawty, I am a major player.
They used to hate Atlanta till they moved to it. Now the rent's through it. Now a lot of niggas gotta pay Atlanta. This shit hit hard and I see why. I ain't heard Luda bite back since T.I. They really don't like what she saying, but they gotta respond in a way so that ain't what it seem like. It's the difference when you really from the city and had to come up in the trenches. So how the fuck these niggas get in their feelings when they didn't come up in these living conditions? They acting like they got the bread, brought it back to the apartments and gave everybody a biscuit. These niggas is tripping, so when they put out these remixes and disses, I wouldn't even listen. I'm from Oakland City. It's a bit phone it bit. Mama Retta kept that shit 100. All she did was left out this shit. Just let her pop her shit. These
What up? What up? What up? This your boy Big. Welcome to the media show. Let me turn down my volume a little bit. Yeah, I ain't been in the studio in about a month. Y'all know y'all met me. We got my boy Eyesglued Emperor from Eyesglued Productions. That's probably what you say your company name, right?
Eyesglued Productions, yeah.
Eyesglued Productions. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might have seen him around Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? With that camera, you know, he's producing some major shit. He got one of his feature films coming to Tubi real soon. And he also got to the theater. Well, how you say that? Motion picture going to the theaters and shit. So he joined us on the media show tonight. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna find out what's going on, find out how can we get into the movie industry. Welcome to the media show, Mr. Emperor.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, cuz. Gotta introduce my
Go ahead and introduce yourself to my hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I'm Jasmine.
I'm biggz.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So that's your better half or so that's your better half right there, cuzzo?
Yeah, even when she mad at she act like she mad at she be
yeah, you got a wife when she always mad at you. She ain't mad at you, that means you got her full attention.
Right. She a true earner, ain't she?
Yeah. So let's get into your journey. So I want to start from the beginning. When did you know you wanted to be a movie producer?
Man, I always knew. Ever since I was a kid, man, like I would recite movie lines. Like it all started for me wanting to be an actor, wanting to be a star. So growing up, that's all I ever wanted to do. Like everything came second to that. Like I love sports and all that, but I would watch movies. That was the best way for me to learn things. I was visual. I just fell in love with films. I felt like
I love film, and then wrong with it. So, okay, at what age did you first make your first recording? Like I'm finna go and try this shit. I'm finna go and try it. I'm finna pick up the camera. I'm finna put some action. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put some action down so I could see how it turn out.
Man, my uncle was a photographer. Well, he still is. So he always had video cameras and all that. So, like, the first thing I did, I was like 5. I had him record me working out, doing push-ups and sit-ups and learning how to ride a bike and stuff. It was just like, and I was trying to imitate Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff. Like, I'm going to pump you up. Yeah, I was a character, man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you started at 5. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep right there.
I always knew what I wanted to do, bro.
Yeah. Me. Okay, so at 5 years old, so you was around your uncle, and you knew that you wanted to produce. You know what I'm saying, right? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, give up on their dream. What drove you to keep going, and you know what I'm saying, to get to this point? Because this is the hardest part to get to.
Right, the start. Yeah, that's the most difficult part, man. And believe me, I had my trials and tribulations because, you grew up in a black household, and you know we had a tendency to let life and circumstances, our parents and stuff, deter us. So you know they always instilling us to get a job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They tell you when you have aspirations like being in film or it's a 1 in a million chance, you need to have a plan B. So for the
Mm-hmm.
longest, that's all I ever heard. But something in me persevered, and like man, as a kid, like I was selected by Disney to do
Mm.
to go to New York, and they were going to teach us how to audition, and then take us to audition. They were going to teach us how to diet, and everything was paid for, all inclusive except for the plane ticket. So my mom, we just couldn't afford it, man. That was back in the day. That was in the '90s, you know, when a flight ticket was, shoot, that was like
Mm-hmm.
3 mortgages. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so that I was let down by that. That hurt me real bad, man. But
Yeah.
something that would just like points in life just kept me going. I was even
Mm-hmm.
selected by Robert Townsend in high school to be
Mm-hmm.
on. He was starting his own network.
Yeah. Robert
So
Townsend, the great Robert Townsend. Yeah.
yes, sir, the legendary iconic
Mm-hmm.
Robert Townsend. Yes, I was selected
Mm-hmm.
by him, but that was another letdown. I don't know what happened. The channel never came about. I was going to be on the show
Mm-hmm.
entitled Los Angels, but
Uh-huh.
that let me know, even though those were two major letdowns and two heartbreaks, it let me know, man, if people keep selecting me for stuff, I must have something. So I held on to that. And that's what really kept me going.
Yeah, so damn, that's crazy. So, like, success really has really been around you. You know what I'm saying? Your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Because you've already bumped shoulders with the movers and the shaker of Hollywood at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's how you know when something really for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And when you know something really for you, you know what I'm saying? It ain't. It's all in your walk. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So now you auditioned for the TV show Robert Townsend. It didn't necessarily work out. Um, what was the next step in your journey?
Oh man, I was applied to this school called American Drama Academy. They had two campuses, one in New York and one in LA.
Uh,
So that was the first time I allowed, like my parents to deter me, and it was like, well, you should just go on and go to college and
mm,
have a plan B. So I ended up
mm,
going to Savannah State University.
mm,
But while I was at Savannah State, played ball for a little bit, football. Then
mm.
I
What
was in
year was
the
this?
play.
What year was this?
Huh?
What
That
year was
was
this?
2005, going
Okay,
into
okay. So
2006.
you was right. You was right before Simeon.
Right.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Played the
yeah, yeah.
same position and everything. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mini
yeah,
me,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. We was
Had the same coach, even though we went to different high schools. My
yeah.
coach ended up going to Carver, Coach Davis.
Oh, okay, yeah. He loves Simeon. I still talk about that man to this day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was my dog
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So go ahead. I ain't mean to cut y'all. Let me add your folk in. It's one of the actors from your movie. We got Antonio.
Yo, yo,
What's up, Jack? What's up, Antonio?
not more.
And we got Jasmine. Oh, we got Queen B. Yeah. What's going on? What going on, y'all? I'm on Instagram at the same time. What going on Instagram, y'all? I'm conducting an interview with Eyesglued production. They got a movie coming out on Tubi premiering. You know what I'm saying? This season, this upcoming season called Slime Race. They also got a motion picture coming out this year. A Dame Dash movie. We on YouTube. Y'all hit that link. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to see what's going on. Yeah. So you at Savannah State. So your journey kind of got deterred because you said you listen to your parent. Not and there's something I really want to get into because I was deterred coming up. You know what I'm saying? By my parents. But I always wanted to be in entertainment. I always want to do what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what people see, people have always told us and taught us that this ain't necessarily you need to get a job because our parents come from the struggle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And chasing dreams don't pay bills. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
they forgot how to dream. So
how to
they
dream
were trying.
exactly.
They was, not intentionally, but they kill
Mm-hmm.
our dreams.
Yeah.
Because it's not
Yeah.
practical.
Yeah, and me and my wife kind of battle with that sometime by me being an artist. I consider myself an artist, and like this is my creation. This is like how I what I'm saying, create because so I'm a good interviewer. I'm a good what I'm saying, talk person. You know what I'm saying. I'm network. You know what I'm saying. So it's like people don't understand when like Bill. You know what I'm saying. Like it's certain when you're on a dream, it takes a team to get you there. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you need that support system. You need your mother, your dad, your wife. You need everybody to say, "Hey, I don't understand what's going on, but we support you." But there's a lot of bad days. You know what I'm saying on this journey. You know what I mean. Now you graduate, you get into your college situation. You have kids and the family and everything, right? Boom. Now we back on the movie thing. How did Slime Race come about? Is Slime Race your first picture?
Oh no. Yeah, the journey
Okay.
started
So what's your first
before
movie?
the family. My first
Okay.
film,
Okay. Tell me about
I
that.
attempted I attempted to film a movie entitled Dancers for Money. I shot
Okay.
half of it. And everything's a learning experience. With Dancers for Money, um, I needed funding. And so I wasted a lot of time, and that's what I want to stress to entrepreneurs, especially filmmakers. You'll waste a lot of time seeking funding, asking people for money, because that era is over with. People are not as giving as they used to be, like when we were growing up. But I was going to all these big shots. I knew all these multi-millionaires, and I ended up with Josh, the owner of Central Station. Like I had a friend make a picture.
Legendary, yeah.
Yes, the legendary Central Station. Josh is a legend himself.
Yeah.
And so I told him, I was like, man, I had this film. It's dope. I gave him a storyboard and everything. I was like, it's entitled Dancers for Money. I said, if you're willing to come on as an executive producer, the subtitle will be Dancers for Money, Central Station Story. And so he loved the idea. I broke down the film. He loved everything about it. But he told me, he said, okay. He took me back to his cash room. He said, now how much you said you need? And this is like, 2009, maybe? So this was like when the indie film was really starting to get its legs and stride. So I had been studying how to guerrilla film. And for what people don't know what that means, it's like utilize my
Shoot without
resources,
permits
cut as
and
many corners. Yeah. Out of budget. So I told him, I said, man, if you give me 30 grand, I can make it work. And he said 30,000. I was like, 30,000. So we in the cash room, stockpiles of cash everywhere. He said, I just made that at the door. He was like, so this is my proposition for you. He pulls out 15 grand. He said, here's my 15. You get your 15 and we got a deal. But like, he knew my father, everybody. So he knew I come from a street background. He said, but I'm gonna tell you this. I don't want you going asking any of these kingpins or nothing for the money. He was like, because that's like making a deal with the devil. You don't want to get in bed with these guys. So earn your 15. Here's my 15. And we got a deal. I was like, okay. But when I got in my car, I was thinking, I was like, man, 15 grand is a lot of fucking money. I'm like,
I can't even see that high right now.
Right. I'm like, shoot, I'm like 22, 23. So I'm like, it's only one way I know how to get that kind of money. So like I regret my past, but it made me who I am. But I will say, I am like, how you got these guys that hustle for their mixtapes and in the music industry.
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta, I'm the first filmmaker that went in the streets to make my movie. So
yeah,
it took me a minute, but I earned that 15 grand. But I was studying as well while I was doing it. And then it hit me. I'm like, okay, you just took these penitentiary chances, earned this money. Now you about to go match it with a guy who didn't put any effort into your product. This is your intellectual property. Why would I do that when this thing could sell and I can make 100% profit? So why don't you just go and get another 15 grand? So I started filming the movie, and we filmed half of it. But in the indie game, if you don't know how to allocate your funds properly, that money gets sucked up like a vacuum.
That's the thing that me, in production, we're gonna bring y'all in one second. I thank y'all for y'all patience. You know what I'm saying? I just want to paint a picture. You know what I'm saying, to get the interview flowing right. I've learned that too. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was exhausted all my funds and resources chasing this dream. You know what I'm saying? I made a lot of mistakes. Some are coming to bite me in my ass, but that knowledge that I have now, I know that in this game, it's all about the number one thing I learned. It's all about when and when not to. You know what I'm saying? Like with opportunity there, you gotta stop what you're doing and do it then. All this procrastinating, it's not gonna work. And then if it's not a good deal, it's okay to walk away. If it ain't some bullshit, just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? And because you'll waste a lot of time and energy and money on that. You know what I'm saying? But then what was it after Scribbles Elite or what?
Dances for Money.
Dances for Money. What was it after that?
Well, I got locked up, so it was nothing after that for a minute.
Oh, you got locked up? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was out grinding. So
how long? I mean, was you locked up for a long time? Was it?
No. But my funds got depleted because I had
attorneys and
restitution, astronomical restitution. And so my wife can tell you all about that, but that led me to, I met an actor by the name of Tony Bravado. Along my journey, I met all these actors. Like I want to shout out Randy Goodwin. Great actor.
That name sound familiar.
Yeah, he's been in everything, man. From Girlfriends, he had his own show. He was the first black stock car racer on his television show, his own show. He was on the show with the great late Sidney Poitier's daughter when she had her own show on UPN, Abby. He starred in that. Vampire Diaries.
I remember.
Yeah, he's even recently Dynasty and what's the college show Homecoming.
I don't.
The spinoff from All American. Like, he's been working actor forever, and he's well connected with everybody. That was one of my first mentors. Then he embraced me and gave me a lot of knowledge. He gave me this book called Chase the Cat, and it taught me how to properly write scripts. And then I met.
Let me stop you right there. What format do you write your scripts in? What format do you write your scripts in?
I use Final Draft.
Final Draft, okay. That's the one's submittable, right?
Right.
I heard some of them not submitted. They won't even
a couple of them, right? Exactly. So it's just best. They all go with Final Draft.
Okay. Go ahead. My bad. I mean, coach.
No, you good. And then I met Tony Bravado. He was an actor. He's an actor now. A working actor. Good guy. He was the first person to break it down to me because I told him my situation. I told him about. I'm like, look, man, I'm an actor. I'm a writer. I do it all. I'm the shit. I'm like, any advice you can give me. And then we got into deep conversation. And then I was telling him about Dancers for Money. He was like, that's your problem right there. He said, you trying to film a movie you don't have the means to film. He was like, you have too many locations. Your cast is heavy, top heavy. He was like, dude, I mean, if that's all you can afford right now, it's okay. Do short films. He was like, minimize your locations. And so, like, that really resonated with me. And he was like, if you're as good a writer as you say you are, and that I believe you are, he was like, man, you can make a good movie about anything, just in a little topic. So I'm staring at a deck of cards. And then all I'm thinking about, like, even in Joyland, how all my family would spend the whole weekend playing Tunk and stuff, or my father and all these card clubs. I said, I'm going to write a movie called Tunk. I'm like, what if? Because all my movies come with the theory, what if? I was like, what if my homeboy was hosting a card game and he's married and me and my wife are going through a divorce and we attend and trying to keep a good face, save a good face. And then our other friend brings the woman that my friend is having an affair with to the card game. I was like, that's drama filled right there. All the surrounding cards, because it's a lot of drama when people playing Tunk. And man, it was a really good movie. It was well received. It was a short film. And after that, we just got our stride. And like along my journey, like I reconnected with friends like Antonio. We reconnected. We've been knowing each other since we were 5 years old. My wife, you know, at the time she was my girlfriend. Like she met me fresh out of jail, fresh out of that whole situation. And like, man, we just bonded, had a connection like I've never had before. And it was crazy because I've never had anybody help me, or it's hard to allow somebody to help me or do anything for me. But like my restitution was over 30 grand alone. That's not even including my lawyer fees. So the judge gives you an X amount of time to pay off your restitution. So I had to first pay off my classes that I was taking. Then I have to pay my attorney. I can't start paying restitution until I do those two things. And they only gave me 6 months to pay $32,000. And so once I started paying that money and I depleted every little funds I had, I was in court. And me and Jazz and I were fresh in a relationship. She was like, I go with you. I was like, you sure? Came with me. I only owed like $1,200 more. And so 6 months was up. And so I'm telling the judge and my attorney fighting for me. She was like, well, you know, he did good. The only owed $1,200. He's just asking for an extension. She was like, okay. He wanted an extension. I give him to the end of the month. And I'm like, I'm about to lose my mind. I'm like, dude, see, so you want me to go out and do something stupid to land myself right back in here in front of you. She like, Mr. Slocum, and all this and that, and my attorney trying to hold me down, calm me down, everybody trying to calm me down. But then my wife, she just started tearing up. At the time, my girlfriend. And then she was like, I don't want him to go back to jail. She pulled out her card. I was like, man, I was like, my parents wouldn't even done that for me. You know what I mean? They on some you make your bed, you lie in it type shit. You know, tough love. And I knew then. I said, oh man, this girl, she different. She didn't hesitate, man. And as bad as I didn't want to accept it from her, I knew I was like, man,
You needed it.
if she, yeah, I needed it. So,
Yeah. So wow, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? You know, you never know what you got until it's tested. You know what I'm saying? So her test came early. You know what I'm saying? You know, there
right.
were a lot of, you know, I know a lot of guys mess up here. They put their faith and belief in somebody that ain't been tested. You know, I tell people all the time, you know, peace to the Most High. You know, I'm in a damn near 20-year relationship. There's a lot of trials and tribulations. You got to have a warrior with you. It takes a lot to be with a strong black man, especially somebody a strong black man who's chasing his dream. It takes a whole lot. You got to be dedicated. You
Yes.
got to be like False Fire, dedicated, dependable, and determined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to be determined. But I do want to get on slime race though. I want to bring in your boy Antonio and you know the Queen Bee about talk about this movie. So what do Antonio what is Antonio in the movie? And tell us about slime race and how that came about.
Go ahead, Antonio.
Well, the first I'm gonna tell you how I first started acting with him. So
Mm.
on the enemy of my enemy, he just
Oh,
came to me and said, "Man, I wrote a script. I mean, I wrote a movie and I wrote a role for you, and I want you to play it." He already wrote me in the movie, ain't talked to me, ain't told me nothing. I ain't never acted in that. I said, "Bro, come on, man." I like,
what
what
was
is
your
it?
role? What was your role in that movie?
So I
Bam,
played
bam.
named Bam Bam. He was a kingpin, but he turned to a rat.
Damn, why you do Batman like that?
Hey, man.
So
Acting is being something you gotta have a challenger role. You gotta be something you never
Yeah,
was. He ain't
but
never
yeah,
been no Stitch. I can vouch for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's part of acting.
We
yeah.
just in the movies, baby. That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always had, experience in far as the entertainment world and things of that nature. I was involved in the music and stuff a while ago, so I never was shy in front of a camera. So when he put me in it, and
He froze.
Yeah, he froze.
Oh damn.
He come. There you go. Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad.
Uh-huh.
My main thing was when I got the character, I was like, what can I do to perfect this character and bring this character to life? So I asked him what it was about. I studied it, and I just pictured how I wanted to see this person on screen. So when I did
Mm.
that, I just got my feet wet, and I fell in love with it. So I told him, I said, "Hey man, you got to write a script." I said, "Man, I want to play a new Bishop, Bishop from Juice." I said, "Write me a role like Bishop, man. I want to play Bishop." So that's how when he wrote Slime Race, that's how he wrote my character, a guy named Thrick. So it's like a Bishop 2022.
Mm. Okay. Now Queen B, what position you play in? Who do you play in Slime Race?
I play Xiomara Juarez, the Mexican queen pin.
Also, you the plug.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my role.
Are you? Excuse me. Are you of Latino descent?
I'll clarify now. Go ahead and get it out the way. No, I am not.
Okay.
I am. It throws
Okay.
people off that I speak a little Spanish, but I have no drop of any type of blood. Well,
Latin.
yeah, Latin.
Allegedly, yeah. Because you look Latino. I don't know. I'm
I look
taking word
I
for
look
it.
a lot of ethnicities, I guess, but
Mhm.
I've had people from all walks of life come and ask me, or tell me, are
So
you?
you
Am I?
black?
I am black. Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. So, how does your role? So, what's some of the things you had to do to prepare for your role in the movie? Because look at, I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure you didn't have no prior knowledge of that type of lifestyle.
I mean, not firsthand.
Yeah.
Hey, nah, she was with me for a minute when we started filming. So,
You know,
Yeah.
guy and I 9
So,
years.
so she been to the hood. She know what's going on.
oh yeah,
Man, I'm
she had
probably in
passed the
Joyland
test.
more than he is.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, I mean, preparing for the role, I kind of got my inspiration from a show we used to watch called Queen of the South.
Love it.
That was like we thought. I mean, that was like a fire, drug, queen pin, boss lady type of role. Shout out to Alice Braga who plays Teresa in that one. It was just like this calm, gentle gangster boss. So I absolutely loved and got a lot of my inspiration from her. Just to kind of channel what I thought Xiomara should be.
Okay, so now let's get into how the movie came together. What's the premise of the movie, and when will it be coming out?
Okay.
How the
Slime
movie
race.
Uh-huh.
Really, I was just, man, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. My uncle, they call him Slime. He was locked up for a record-setting bust here in Georgia. And I was just talking to some people, and they was like, man, everybody's stealing all his shit, man. They like, they coming out, the wolves coming out the woodworks now that he locked up. So I started thinking, I was like, man, because he had a lot of money. He had millions, man. Like I said, it was a record-setting bus here in Georgia. I started thinking to myself, I was like, dang, so this is what really goes down with every kingpin. Like once they fall, everybody come out the woodworks. I'm like, so what if I had a kingpin that died in prison, that had millions stashed, 10 to be exact? I'm like, who would all be looking for it? I'm thinking his children looking for it. Most kingpins have extramarital relationships, so them outside baby mamas, they gonna be looking for
Yeah, we like to call it involuntary polygamy.
it. Right. Exactly. And I was like, his lieutenants gonna be looking for it. I'm like, hell, if dirty cops know it exists, they gonna be looking for it. And then I'm like, gotta top it off, throw the cartel in there too. So it's like a race. It's off to the races to find this 10 million. And so, like acting is my first passion. I love writing. I love them equally, but it all this came about from me being in love with acting. So
you in the movie too?
Oh yeah. 9 times out of 10, I'm in my films. And
that's only right, baby.
Hey, I like Tyler Perry and Rocket. I mean Sylvester Stallone and all them doing it. I like Robert gonna do it too. I like that's the only way I can not be typecast. I can play the roles I want to play if I write them. That's why I started writing. So I play one of the lieutenants, Dog. Tonio played the other lieutenant, Threat, and we had a third lieutenant, Hollywood, played by our friend, our other teammate, member of Eyesglued production, Mikael Jones. And like we
I want to say something right here, man. The next time you putting together a film, don't forget big, man. Hey, look, man, put me in some. I could be the bread maker. I mean, let me get in there. Let me show you what I could do.
Good. Now we ain't gonna do the cap. Now we ain't gonna do the cap. You know I extended that invite to you, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I said, man,
Simeon told me. I don't remember giving it to me, but Simeon did say you wanted. I told him to go do it. He didn't do it. I don't remember.
I told you personally, you're like, man, you want to come? I was like, you mind if I come on set? I said, cuz you could be in the movie for all I care. Come on.
Just you know what? Up. You right. You know what? Now that you bring up a specific story, I apologize. But even still. Next
Good
time,
everything.
I will be. You know what? That on me, but I should have been. Y'all know what? I supposed to have been in Slime, right? I fucked up, but we was screaming at beans at the time, and I apologize. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I really
cool.
wanted to come on set. That was on me. But go
You
ahead.
got
So,
plenty more to go.
all right.
That
So
wasn't
you
the
play
one for you.
lieutenant. I got you. So you, Antonio, y'all the lieutenant. Y'all the underbosses, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, keep going. So I'm trying to paint a picture, you know what I'm saying, of the movie. So y'all the underboss, everybody looking for the money. So the plug looking for the money too.
Maybe.
Maybe. You would
Okay.
think.
Yeah.
That's one
Yeah.
thing. Like it's a lot of plot twists when you watching the Eyesglued production film.
How long is this film?
An hour and 20 minutes.
Okay. Okay. That's about the average movie now, right? 100 hour 20.
Yeah. It only
Because all that
takes
two,
to have.
all that 2-3 hour movie shit over with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people
People
attention span
disrespect
ain't that long no more.
like
Yeah.
a lot of studios won't even take your script if it exceeds 100 pages. Like, man, a good friend of mine, an actress, just sent me a script tonight. I'm not gonna say her name, but it was like 117 pages. I'm like, shout it, this a problem. But
Why they
yeah,
won't take it? Why they won't take it over 100 pages?
that's a lot of filming. You looking at with 117 pages, you looking at a 3-hour film.
So how much? Okay, so that I got you. I got somebody who really know what they're talking about, right? Okay, somebody told me in a script it's supposed to be a page a minute. Is that true?
It's give or take, but typically a page should be a minute. But you gotta take in consideration, like if I'm writing an action scene, that page is not gonna. It could be 2 to 3 minutes per page, just for those action sequences alone.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, when it's really just dialogue, a page should be about a minute.
Okay, so that's why most films are 120 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like 1.2 minutes per. It makes sense. Now you you got the film. You don't shot it. You don't produced it. Now it's time to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So let's walk through that step. How did you go from making the film? You had a premiere to now you finna debut on Tubi. How did all that happen?
By the grace of God, for one.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, man, it was just a chance meeting opportunity because like we did 3 movies prior to Slime Race. We did Tunk, The Enemy of My Enemy, and Their War on Us.
What can
So
my audience see those films?
those 3 are all on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and we just figured like and that's why I requested my team be on here because man, they're everything to me. Like when you're filming a movie with no budget, man, you can't pay people. All you're doing is bartering and
Mm-hmm.
trying to. I'm like, look, I can build your resume, I can give you a sizzle reel, all that. I just can't pay you. And they believe in my material enough that we were doing it. We did those 3 films, and we did 4 films with that way. And Slime Race was just gonna be another film. We wanted to get better with each time, but it was just gonna be another film that we threw on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But we Mikhail, my wife and I went to this Christmas giveaway. It was held by this company, Jet Doc, owned by Tommy Duncan, a serial entrepreneur out of Detroit. And so we went up there and we volunteered, man, and we were just working our asses off. Everybody was there. The who's who, Rick Ross, Common, Dr. Jackie from Atlanta Medicine. Everybody was there, man. Senator
Everybody was
Raphael
volunteering.
Warnock. Right.
Mm-hmm.
They was sponsoring the event, giving speeches, and it was in my neighborhood, man, where me and Antonio grew up. It was at Jackson Memorial Church,
Mm-hmm.
right there by Harper Archer. And so, like, when I tell you they wasn't just giving any type of toys, you talking about flat screen TVs, bikes, all type of sophisticated type of
Damn, I
toys.
should have pulled up.
Yeah, it would, man. When I was like, I was like, everybody was focused on like Rick Ross and Common, and then, but I saw this one guy. I was like, man, he the one behind this, and I'm like, man, it touched me. So that's why, like, we volunteered. We going hard, man. We were there from beginning to end, filling up all those cars, and I was like, man, it touched me because I went, some Christmases without getting anything, and I know those kids. I know where they come from. I'm like, man, you really made a Christmas. You don't understand it. So the guy Tommy Duncan and I started talking. Then he was like, man, you was hustling, man. You was moving. He was like, man, would you mind being part of my street team? When we launched Jet Dog here in Atlanta, I was like, sure. He was like, okay, well, I'll be back in town in a few days. Let's have lunch. So we had lunch and we were talking, and he was telling me all he wanted me to do. Then he asked me, he was like, what is your profession? I'm a filmmaker. I write, I act, direct, produce, all that. He was like, okay. He was like, are you any good? I'm like, man, I'm the shit. I'm the best unfamous person you know.
Mm.
And he like,
You gotta have that confidence.
Right. And he was like, you mind if I read some of your work? I was like, sure. So I sent him a couple of my projects. I sent him a film that we're gonna do. We're gonna get to it in the near future. It's entitled Mr. Pandemic. But he read it. He was like, man, you are good. He was like, look, man, I'm gonna invite you over to my house. I'm gonna tell you my story. And then I want you to tell me what you think. So I'm like, oh shit, man, it's about to be some nerdy shit. And I'm like, this man like a tech billionaire or something. Like, well, at least I'll be challenged by it. I said I can make it a decent story. If it's already decent, I can enhance it. But dude started telling me his story. And I was floored, man. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, dude. I was like, so many kingpins, so many rappers, even like the late, great Shawty Low asked me to write his life story. I was like, man, this is the most interesting story I've ever heard. I was like, it's the best story that has never been told. He was like, I appreciate it. He was like, so would you write a script for me? I said, man, I'd be honored. And so we went from there, man. Then the legendary, the icon, the great Dame Dash was brought into the equation. He was like, okay, Dame is gonna direct it and produce it with me. I was like, cool, I'm with you. So we met Dame, and it was just we created the Prince
I
of
gotta
Detroit.
stop you there because I'm a huge. I'm even though I'm 43. I don't mind. Some nigga might don't like using the word fan, but I don't know the niggas. So that's all I can be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a huge Dame Dash fan. What my boy Dame Dash like? Is he really that turned up? How he be on camera in real life? Do he really act like that off camera?
Man, let me tell you this. Dame Dash, honestly, is the perfect gentleman, bro. He's charismatic. He's extremely intelligent. The man brilliant, and he knows fucking genius. He just has zero tolerance for BS.
He is definitely about business though.
Right, and time. He knows. Every great businessman knows time is money.
Very punctual. Very punctual.
And
so he ain't gonna pull up late.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. He having days. He a nigga at the end of the day.
You better not be late though. You better be on time. Yeah.
Right, but with him, like, dude, I was expecting, how the media would present people. I was expecting something totally different. But dude, gentleman, he a New York cat, so he gotta warm up to you. It's not gonna be open arms when he first meets you. Tony will tell you he acted like he ain't know my name the first week we was out there in Hollywood. I'm like, man, this man say the writer one more time. Put these hands on this. It did, but it went from, hey, where's the writer? Where's the writer to, yo, Rob, come check this out, Rob. I'm like, okay, now I'm your nigga.
Yeah. So Tonio, what's your impression? I'm sorry. What's your impression of Damon Dash?
I thought he was just like a regular OG, even down here. They gotta read you first. So when you come in and come around them, you know, he'll welcome you. He spoke, but he was still kind of observing for a while. So me and Kel, we just played back. We was cool for the most part. You know, shit, we all been around these type niggas, you know, just for somebody with that bravado and that aura. So we knew how to play it. So we were just mainly them supporting everybody, being cool. And then he started coming around to us. You know, we'll be sitting on the side. He'll come ask us, so what you think about that? How they look to you? And then that's how we just started building the relationship that way. So as the time went by when we was in LA, shit, he really welcomed us with open arms the whole time.
How long did it take? What's the name of this movie though? What's the name of this movie?
The Prince of Detroit.
Prince of Detroit.
It's
okay.
Biopic.
Okay. So how long did it take? How long was y'all out there? How long did it take to actually film the movie?
We filmed part 1 and most of part 2. It took us 2 weeks, and then we did some pickup scenes.
Well, you was out a little longer than us at first. How many? Probably about almost 3 for you, right?
Yeah, we wasn't filming though. I was just doing some, you know, preparing.
Okay.
That week I was there before, and you know, Jasmine has met him several times as well. So
okay,
he's not what they depict on television. Now he'll turn up like anybody else when you feel disrespected. And like, but for the most part, dude, like he an OG, like Tonio said, man, he a gangster and a gentleman.
Yeah. I respect that. Now that experience, y'all wrap that up. So let's tie in how you working with them. How did you get Slime Race to Tubi from this connection?
Man, you know, Dame gave me like the ultimate compliment, man. He was like, man, you're a hell of a writer. He was like, man, your dialogue is second to none. And so he was like, man, we're gonna start working. So we got a lot of projects in the works, man. Even stuff that's not filmed, like we got some stuff in the works, man. And so we developed that relationship, and he was teaching me the game because that's what he does. He empowers people. He was giving me the game. He was like, okay, Rob, I know you got, because, you know, I also have a project with Big Boy from Outkast that we all about to engage in. But he was like, I know you got some big stuff going, but this is how he was like, don't stop making these low budget independent films. He was like, just get better with it. He was like, get to a point to where you're putting like 50 grand in them at least. And he was like, I'm even willing to invest in you. And he was like, just throw them all on Tubi. Because he orchestrated a deal with Homestead and Dame Dash Studios. And so from there, that relationship was given to me. He was like, man, you got stuff? He like, send it to us. We'll put it on Tubi. And so we went from, okay, we making a better movie than the last 3 that we made. Action packed, great storyline. The acting is incredible. Like, you'll think these people have been my cast. I'm not just saying it because it's my cast. For the most part, most of them, you'd be like, man, these men acting forever, and they are good. Like, the world needs to see what they have to offer, and I'm going hard, and I'm gonna fight for the world to see what they can do. So I'm like, shit. Well, we hadn't finished filming Slime Race yet. We finished Prince of Detroit Part 1 and Summer Part 2 before we even finished Slime Race. So it just gave me a whole different mindset when it came to Slime Race. I'm like, okay, we're gonna throw this on Tubi. We're gonna let them know that Eyesglued Productions is a force to be reckoned with. And we did this movie, a good quality movie with a $0 budget.
Okay, now how do you get? Okay, I think the thing that everybody gonna want me to ask you is, how do you get paid from DSPs?
Well, with Tubi, they get paid because they don't charge. There's no fee for Tubi. It's free. So everybody need to download Tubi, man. Do that. You get to see a lot of great films. They're catching up with Netflix, and that's in pay and all. But they get paid by the ads. So if you get your viewerships up and you get these several ads running throughout your film, you're gonna get paid.
You like ad revenue, yeah. I know. Okay, so it's kind of like YouTube,
right? But
record movies, right?
But with YouTube, you don't start seeing money till you get like 1 million views.
Yeah,
some money at that. They're paying more. And I'm not knocking YouTube.
Yeah. Either way, you know what I'm saying? People, your work, your art is out there to be you gonna make a profit. That's all that matters, because you put zero in and everything after that is down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you get paid quarterly. So I ain't mean to cut you off, cuz, but we start licking our chops, our whole team, because Dang was telling, like I say, he giving game, dropping gems. He was like, "Hey man, this one girl did a film with no name actors and all that. Shorty, first quarter, she bust 500,000. He was like, "Nah, I believe in you. I know you can do numbers like that." So I'm like, "Man, we finna work."
And then you got the plug, so you could just really, if you could do, I'm just saying, be conservative, no disrespect, but if you could do 2-3 films a year, and then see, you already got 4 films, so you already got content you can put over there. You know what I'm saying? And you start doing 2-3 films, you know what I'm saying?
It then becomes passive income.
Yeah, so it's like every quarter you get a half a check or a whole check. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, that's
right.
Everybody got to know who you is. They got to know who you is. That's good. Okay,
indie films have I'm sorry. What you saying?
Go ahead.
I'm saying indie films now more than ever, because of the pandemic, has a very strong fan base. People are watching these films, giving them chances now. Like and off of Instagram, like you said, man, I'm 35. I'm not ashamed to tell nobody I'm a fan. I admire your work. And I'm quick to tell these people that. And so, man, we building relationships with other indie filmmakers. And you would think Atlanta would be killing shit in the indie film game. We're not. We're maybe second or third. Detroit is killing shit. I'll tell you,
shout out to that boy Al Noon. Yeah.
They are killing it, man. And so, we're building rapport with them. And they so, man, they're gracious and welcoming. They're like, man, let's work. They're like, we see you. We see what you're doing. Yeah, and I'm like, I see y'all. And I'm like, there's motivation, inspiration. They're like, okay, let's work. So
okay, so when is the when is the movie gonna debut on Tubi?
Well, we're looking at fall. It's gonna be a fall that we haven't got a release date yet, because of the way Homestead they do X amount of movies per month that they submit. Then it has to go through a vetting system. So they even recommended that we fix some things with our film. So we wanted to make it as best as possible. So we took it back, fixed those things, and got a great product. It'll be out in fall, latest winter.
Okay. And when is the Prince? Are y'all in the Prince of Detroit?
Detroit.
That one is, or that one.
You in them?
Guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead.
It's a 4-part film, so he's in part 2.
Oh, so it's wow. Okay. Oh, so
Right.
they trying to stretch this. They spread this shit all the way out. So
Oh
they're
yeah.
gonna keep looking at car. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, then
Tony.
quarterly. Next
Mm,
quarter we're gonna throw out that one. Then
yeah.
part 3. Then and Jasmine gonna make her debut. She was unfortunately I had impregnated her, so she couldn't.
Well,
I
that's
had a
not for
2 weeks.
you. It wasn't
Fortunately,
unfortunate. For her,
unfortunately.
it was unfortunate. You were just having fun.
Precisely. It was all him.
Yeah,
Um,
no
Yeah.
hot girl summers. Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
tell you about it.
doing that for me, but yeah, I was definitely postpartum 2 weeks when they started filming The Prince of Detroit. So he was in LA and the baby was like 2 weeks old. So
Oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah.
yeah,
Can't put that baby on that plane.
yeah.
Tony, what you play in the movie in Prince of Detroit?
Well, I play a guy named Gary. He supposed to be in his mind he's like a gangster, but to everybody else he just putting on. But he
Yeah, yeah, okay,
do a couple of
okay.
things that that a few gangsters would do. But I like to tell you how I ended up in the film for one.
Go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead, you got the flow.
We go out there to support my bro. My mind is I ain't even gonna be in the movie. I'm like, I just know the bigger picture of what we can make of this whole experience or whatnot. So we out there a couple of days and they kind of scrambling with characters to fill up these roles of these characters. So we on set one day. I can't remember the scene that they was filming, but it was like a Tuesday evening, probably like 6 o'clock.
Hold up, Tony. My bad. I'm gonna cut you out now. If you're gonna tell it, you gotta tell it, bro, because it wasn't it. Yeah, you already knew some stuff. Because we went out there. Well, I went out there with a plane, and I didn't make any promises to them, but I had a plane.
Yeah,
Yeah, so basically you told them, listen, I don't know how I'm gonna get y'all in that film, but I'm gonna get y'all in that film because I owe y'all one.
yeah. He said that, but I'm not knowing who I'm gonna be when I'm gonna have to film. I don't like none of this is written down, planned, or nothing.
He didn't need a lot of preparation because he was playing himself. You can't even tell this man is acting. He killed it. He killed that role up there. I was like, did you?
Oh, so he a gangster in real life.
He might be the way he
Okay.
was playing that role because I was like, what? I felt like I was there. That's how like lit it was. So he didn't need no preparation. I didn't know who I was playing. You didn't need to know. You just did what you were supposed to do.
Everybody have a pass, cuz.
Hey, but when he did it though, right? We on set, so Rob, he's somewhere, scrambling on set. They calling him, pulling him every which way. So I'm standing next to Tommy and Dame. So Dame like, shit, won't we film the robbing scene when Tommy get his chain took? So they were like, who playing Gary? I hear Dame talking, and Tommy like, shit, I think Tonio playing Gary. And Dame look around, he was like, everybody here right now? He was like, shit, let's shoot it right now. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't even read over the lines yet. So I was like, hey Rob, pay me this script, man. I said, I'm gonna step outside right quick. So I stepped outside in the hallway. I said, give me like 30 minutes. So I read over the script like 30 minutes. I kept reading it over. We rehearsed it a couple of times, and we stepped out there, and I asked him, I said, hey man, I said, I see what it's saying. I said, well, I'm finna turn this shit up, bro. I'm finna make this shit real. I did. So we go out there.
He damn sure did.
We go out there. We film it, right? So Dane kind of orchestrating everything. So he going that line by everybody. Hey, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. He go to me, he said, Tonio, you good. You ain't got to do nothing there. Just keep doing what you're doing. So we go and we shoot it again, right? So when we shoot the scene, after we shoot the scene, we go back to our Airbnb. You want me to tell this part, Rob? So we go back to the Airbnb. Tommy come pick us up. We riding around LA and shit. So we talking about what we just filmed. So Tommy look in the back seat. He said, damn, Tonio, man, you played that scene so good. You made me think you done shot a couple niggas for real. Like,
It's not Vlad TV. Don't say nothing, incriminate yourself. But
Now,
real recognize real.
98% of that story were true. It's the 2% where After
Yeah,
we
he got
there,
that.
we
He
got
got
settled.
that. He got that kind of look. Like he don't took a few niggas shit before. No disrespect.
Hey,
I say that respectfully.
hey.
I don't want no problem.
But look, this what really happened. Like after we got settled in LA, I was like, I pulled him and Mikhail aside, and we had another guy, Timothy Lee White, really good actor as well. Been in our stuff too.
Damn.
So I tell all three of them, I'm like, look, my plan is to get y'all in this movie, and I'm gonna do it. I'm like, y'all just bear with me. I told them when he said he didn't know who he was gonna play. I told him he was gonna play. I gave them the script. I said, cause I was like, all right, you and Mikhail, y'all need to start going over your lines. Cause I know how this shit works. Yeah, it was on the schedule for them. They were supposed to be the last ones to film the movie in general. That was supposed to be the last scene shot. But like he said, he was like, okay. That's why Tommy was like, Tonio's supposed to play Gary. Because I had already worked everything out. And I told him, I kept saying, like, they'll be chilling and kicking. I'm like, y'all niggas need to be going over them lines now. Because you better be ready. And then when he told them they were shooting it that night, they looked at me like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, what I tell you? I was like, y'all better go out there and go over this shit. I'm like, it's natural, y'all can do it.
Shouts out to Mikhail for doing they both killed it. Like
they did, man. They hit
How good is this film, in your opinion, ma'am?
I mean, I'm not biased. I'll tell him when something's shit or if it's not right. So I say this wholeheartedly. The story itself is a really great story. And Rob is just like a dope ass storyteller. So it's like you had a great story and you had a great writer. So I personally think that the film is great for those reasons, because you had a really powerhouse person to write dialogue that can convey the story appropriately. And so shouts out to Tommy, because I mean, he has a lot of different connections in Hollywood and just in the industry. He has all the resources in the world to have not chosen Robert to write it. And I do want to point out that Robert wrote the whole thing, the entire series so far. Well, what's been, out to date to film himself. So he chose one guy that he didn't know. I mean, it was a complete gamble, but I personally think that, and I expected nothing less, that Rob did like a dope job just getting the story out there the way that would honor Tommy's actual life, and his, like, a lot of it is dedicated to his mother. So he did a great job, and I guess people would consider him amateur in that world, but I mean, Tommy really saw something in him, and so I think it's dope. I think that
Blessing.
Yeah, I think that it was just like a well done. And then when Dame came out, with his genius and kind of, everybody worked together to make a really good product. And so I think that everything was ordered in the way that it came about, the way it came to pass. And I can't wait to see what happens with the other parts. But the parts that are, out or have been created or being edited or being submitted, or, however they're, dealing with it now. Dope. I really true. And I say that, like I said, I'm biased, because I would tell him the truth. Like, this ain't the one.
I didn't know we had nobody else had joined. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
damn, y'all didn't. I'm sorry. I've been had the whole screen on. I ain't even see. How long you been down now? Huh?
A little minute.
Oh,
you pulled the knock. I'm sorry. Look, I had the whole screen lit up. I'm working on a tablet, so I just have. Let me see. We got a comment, and you been down there. I'm sorry. So yeah. Bro.
No, I've been listening. It been good.
Who it is? Who is she?
I'm Tamika.
Tamika. Okay. What you playing?
That's Aaliyah Nelson.
Aaliyah.
She's an up and coming great actress as well, and she has her own clothing line, Boss Behavior. Got to plug that in. I know she rocking it.
Oh, I thought I was Felicia.
Huh?
I thought I was Felicia.
Yeah, I called her Felicia earlier. The hell went
Mm.
right. Man,
Mm. So
Aaliyah
who she
played
playing the
Tamika
movie?
in Slime Race. She one of the baby mamas. You know, they
Oh,
click up to try and, you know, they hate
trying
each
to
other,
find the
but
money.
they click up, they put their differences aside for that 10 million. And
Mm.
she played a sophisticated one, the business savvy one. But she deadly and treacherous as well.
Mm.
So
Mm. So tell us about your role in this movie, Slime Race. What can we expect, Miss Aaliyah?
I guess I'm the bougie baby mama. Bro
Mm-hmm.
gave me the bougie role. I don't know why. What's going on?
Okay. So you the huh?
But it was fun. It was my first time doing it.
So this your first film?
Yeah.
Okay.
I make everybody act, man. When you fool with me, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Right.
force
Yeah.
you to do
Right.
movie.
And what you do? You see now you
No,
you a
no
gatekeeper,
warning.
huh? You a gatekeeper. I fucked up. You. I fucked up. I supposed to be in there with you. I fucked up. I dropped the ball.
It's
It
all
won't
right,
happen.
cuz.
It won't
There we
happen again.
go.
It won't happen again. So is this acting something, Leah, that you want to continue doing? And they say once you do it, it's like an addiction. Will you still be want to act in the
Oh,
future?
I'm just a team player. Whatever he on, I'm on.
Okay, that's what we like to hear. Teamwork make the dream work. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, back to Princeton on Detroit. When is this coming out?
starting next month, we're gonna
Mhm.
hit the film festival circuit. So we
Okay.
have 3 dates. I'm only sure about one date. September the 1st will be in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a Chicago date mid-September, and I think late September will be in Newark, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Are y'all
And so,
what's y'all going to Sundance?
um I don't think they want to wait for Sundance.
Okay.
Like we completed the project a year ago, so
Mm-hmm.
everyone's antsy now,
Everybody
especially
trying to
me.
get out.
Everybody trying to cash out, but
Mm-hmm.
we have some people interested, man. I just found out today there's been some talks with BET, so I'm not sure where it will end up, but
Mm-hmm.
based on how it does in these film festivals, which I know is going to do well, we should be on some network, some major network or streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
It's some great acting in this movie, man. I'm tired of just being on set. I don't want to. I can't give away the movie, but a specific scene had everybody in awe. Like, man, it like the acting is superb. This scene Torrey Hart and Columbus Short had in this movie, man. I just can't wait for y'all to see it, man.
Okay, that's interesting. Said I was gonna ask you, like, let's get into the actors who playing in Prince or Detroit. Who is actually playing your boy? Who playing the lead? Who Let's get into the actors who actually in the movie besides Tonio.
Okay, it's starring Columbus Short.
That's a
You
crazy
know,
nigga. I like him
hey,
though. I like him. He a real nigga though. No disrespect, but he a real nigga though. You know that.
yeah, he a
Uh-huh.
good dude, man, and
Mm-hmm.
he pulled us to the side. Antonio, me, Mikael, he gave us words of encouragement, and I think we'll have a long lasting working relationship with
Mm-hmm.
Columbus. And I will say this: the dude is a savant. They say it's a thin line between genius and insanity, but the
Mm-hmm.
dude knows everybody's job on a movie set, from the grip, gaffer, light department, art department. He knows everybody's job and he knows everyone's terminology. I've never seen nothing like that before. So I mean, we all have problems and demons or whatever, and I know he working on his, but that man is an absolute genius. He's a terrific artist. I'd be remiss if I didn't state that.
Okay. Who else in the film?
Brittany Sarpy. She's in The Young and the Restless. She stars in that, and she was in Tyler Perry, The Have and the Have Nots.
Okay. My wife
And,
loved that show. Okay.
and
So those are two main characters.
right, and Faison Love is in it.
Oh boy, Big Phase on. I
Oh
bought
yeah,
into him last year, man. I gotta try to reconnect with Big Phase on. But
yeah.
yeah,
He lives
Phase
here
on.
in Georgia.
Huh?
He lives here in Georgia.
Okay. So you stay here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
had you remember Poon Daddy from back in the
yeah.
day?
From the radio.
Poon Daddy, yeah, Poon Daddy had hooked us up. But the way Poon Daddy put it together, I was like, man, I ain't like he just really just put us on the phone together. Like we not need kid you like, hey man, look, he really want to do the interview. They get on the phone, he was like, what nigga? Like it was just like, bro, I'm not finna do that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You don't just throw nobody out there like that, you know what I mean?
Raw, you got to tell them the
Gotcha.
connection between you and Faison, man. How that all came back around full circle.
Oh yeah, man. The last time I had seen Faison prior to his filming The Prince of Detroit, he was in fact the first celebrity I ever gave a script to. I was doing security at Mary Mac's Tea Room, the popular restaurant on Ponce de Leon,
Mm-hmm.
soul food restaurant. And when I met him, he looked over, he skimmed through the script, R.I.P. to my brother Ralph Martin, aka Roach, man. That was like he was literally and figuratively my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. He
Mm-hmm.
passed away a few years back, but that day he told me, he was like, closed mouth don't get fed. He was like, don't let Faison leave this lot without you approaching him and letting him know what you can do. So I ran up to Faison and I was like, yo, Faison, I'm like, man, I'm a real dope writer. I'm like, man, I wanted to give you this book I wrote. And it was before my book even got published. And I was like, I want you to see what I'm working with because I actually want to turn this book into a film. And I was like, I act, I do everything. So he was like, he skimmed through it. He was like, oh, you dope. You just need structure. He like, I'm gonna teach you structure. But he took my information down. But you know how it go. He might have lost it or whatever. I never heard from him again. So you fast forward like 8 years later, 9 years later, we on this set. And then I started breaking it down. So I'm like, this is not my first time meeting you, Faison. And while I was midway, Antonio was there. He'll tell you, midway into the story, I didn't have to give him much education. He was like, I remember that. He was like, yeah, I remember that. He was like, man, my bad, I was drunk. So I misplaced your phone number. He was like, look at it. Now we here. I was like, yeah, now we here.
I thought that shit was so dope, man. Jamie Witt.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was dope right there, man.
That's why I
Antonio
was,
encouraged me. He was like, man, say something, man. Tell him. He was
Yeah,
like, just tell him.
he wasn't even gonna say nothing at first. I said, man, go tell him that shit. Man, we here for a reason. Bring that shit up to him.
yeah, man. And what I learned by being around everybody just real black folk. Like
Yeah.
we put people on pedestals, but in the day they just folk just like us, and like everybody coming at them. So you just got lost in translation. They would like to say,
Yeah, exactly.
but
So,
one thing about him upstairs, when it's your time, it ain't nothing nobody can do to stop it, baby. It ain't nothing nobody can do to stop it. So you know what I'm saying. So see, look at God. This is predestined for you, man. 8 years later, you writing a movie that phase on you see that's why I don't mean to get, I'm not getting preachy. I don't look at talking about God as preachy. I'm talking about factual how life works. You know what I'm talking about? Like
no.
8 years later, you gave him the seed, right? And see the way you was expecting it to grow, you was expecting him to be the bearer of the fruit. You feel what I'm saying? But then later on, after that tree done matured and grow and became brown, it started dropping other fruit. So it went further than you could even think. You feel what I'm saying? Now
Exactly.
you want to phase on to extend some. the role reverse. You write for him on the feature film. Well, you the whole writer. See how God do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just powerful, man. That's just powerful, man. I salute you for not giving up on your dream, man. You know what I'm saying? I salute you for that, man. That's strong there, man. That's very inspirational to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard some Judge Judy said, she said, if you don't have me in your 30s, it'll have me in your 40s. If you can't make it happen in your 40s, make it happen in your 50s. Like, you can never not give up. Morgan Freeman's still working. You know what
He
I'm
been
saying?
old all my life.
He great. I ain't know no nigga. Hey, remember I said, bro, when you ever know Morgan Freeman had goddamn not have gray hair? Like, I remember, bro, you a motherfucking lie. More even when he was Joe Clark, he had gray hair. I thought the nigga was 50 then.
Facts. Yeah, I thought he was about 50 something, pushing 60. Yeah.
The nigga was in his 40s then. Horrible life.
Horrible life. Man. Hey Morgan, I ain't say that, man. You a legend.
No. I'm just saying, like, the way they did that. What they call the people that not the set designer, people that make you up. You know, they make you look good. Makeup artists. Makeup artists has you age well. Now, let's stop bringing all this together. So y'all hear this man got 2 feature films finna come out. You know what I'm saying, over the next, you know what I'm saying, quarter. You know what I mean? He in a man. Have you pinched yourself yet and be like, damn, man, like I don't build together a team. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, now I want to get into something that I know everybody, you know, we front of everybody want to know is like, what's next for you?
Okay, I'm gonna answer the first question first. Yeah, it's crazy. It's ironic you asked that because I was just talking to my wife and Antonio the other day. It probably was like 2 days ago, and I told him, I said, man, don't you know, I just realized, and I sat down, I pinched myself, and I said, yo, I grew up looking up the Dame Dash. I grew up looking up the Big Boy from Outkast. That was my favorite member of Outkast because I just saw myself in him. A short, dark-skinned, stubby guy with all this talent, and the world gonna know him. So he gave me that I could do it too. And now my idols have become my partners. I was like, it's crazy. I was like just lost in translation. Like, I was lost in my thoughts. Like, damn, that's so real. 2 dudes I idolized growing up are my partners.
Wow. So what you got going on with Big Boy? We ain't have a chance to touch on that yet.
Hey, man.
Can't speak on it yet?
Yeah, we definitely speak on it. But look, this one give me the jitters, man. So I'm going to let Tonio break it down to you, man.
Okay. And look at him. When I tell you, this shit gonna be the best thing you unseen on TV in the last 10, 20 years. I'm not just saying that. Like, and I literally told him this today. I said, man, we born and raised in Atlanta. So we unseen everybody tell all type of stories from Atlanta, from how the music started, from how, you know, dancers and all this. I said, even just somewhat of a mainstream story. I said, nobody has ever told the real Atlanta story from how niggas was getting money down here. Everybody always kind of idolized, you know, that East Coast up north. I said, man, it was real OGs down here getting the same type of bread. And I'm like, for us to be able to tell this story and actually still talk to these people and get the real deal story, I said, man, when you tell this story, I said, man, it's gonna blow everybody away because the perception of Atlanta is completely different than what it really is.
Where it derives from.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I know. What's the name of the project? It's gonna be a TV series.
It's a television series. It's entitled 96. Because that was metaphorically because, you know, 1996 is when Atlanta took off and became a nationwide, a worldwide known city. But we're telling the story before that, prior to that. Like, everybody knows Atlanta's the shit. We're telling you how it became that way. Like, people don't sit and realize, like, they were like, we dominating the film game. We've been dominating the music industry for like 20 years now. And people don't realize why. Because we're so rich with tradition. Atlanta, people don't realize we have a strong HBCU for one point. The AUC. You got Morris Brown that just got their accreditation back. You got Morehouse, Spelman, Clark, right there. And one, so people from all around the world are migrating down here at a young age. All these creators, so when we do stuff, it reaches everywhere in the U.S. because you got everybody from everywhere down here. And like, people don't know we're rich with the AUC. We're rich with a mecca for you can get. People have come here from Atlanta, from other cities and states with $100 to their name and now are wealthy. Atlanta, there's no other city like Atlanta, man. We take advantage of it because this is all we know. But once you get outside of Atlanta, there's no major industry owners, club owners, all this type of stuff that we take for granted. It's nowhere but here. You can't go nowhere else and find it. So we're telling like how it became that way. All these factors. We're talking about how, like Tonio touched on, people was getting money down here in Atlanta. And most of their drugs were coming from Miami. Down 95. So
the Miami boy, all that kind of
right.
So this is gangster shit. This some real Atlanta shit. This ain't that.
It ain't just that though. It's not limited to just that. I'm just touching on the fact that the reason.
No, I'm saying like if you talking about Atlanta, cause we already got a show called Atlanta. It's like I tell people all the time, it's Atlanta, but it's like Atlanta simmer. It's not the.
It ain't. Nah, this the real Atlanta story.
Yeah.
Right. This is the snowfall of Atlanta. That's how we present 96. That's what we presented. Like, we touched on early years.
When can we expect this? Where it's gonna be? Like, when y'all gonna start on production on that?
Well, we have to start pre-production. Everything's in talks, and man, like it's beautiful. Like, I don't want to give up too much because everything's still in works. Myself, Big, and his business partner, the co-owner of his production company, we're working diligently, man, and like we're shopping it around already before we even shoot the pilot episode. We have some major actors already interested in it, and we have people that we've met with that I already know once we start, they're gonna come running back because it's phenomenal. No one who has heard this idea has said anything bad about it. Everybody believes in this project, and it's great.
I got an idea for that's what you already on the path, but like I've been had an idea for like 10 years. Like it's still in my mind about this movie. You know what I'm saying, about some gangster shit from Atlanta. I'm like, this shit don't make no sense to me. How Atlanta ain't had no gangster movement, all the gangster shit, all the money, but I'm talking about gangster. I'm talking
about
New
York, LA,
New York. I'm like, bro, like we the richest black folk in U.S. history down here. I ain't got the money, but I'm just saying, like as a collective, you know what I'm saying? We the richest group of black people ever.
But we're not even one-dimensional, man. Atlanta is so rich with stories, man. Like, we touch on everything, man. Like, it's a world famous district attorney that's on CNN every night.
Who?
You wouldn't even know. She started from Atlanta. She was a district attorney here, 100 and over.
You talking about the white lady?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people here, you know what I'm saying?
Touching back on the Miami thing, just real brief and quick. they came up here. They was intrigued because they're like, man, why these Atlanta niggas keep coming to re-up so fast? What's going on up there? So we getting money. We got this banging AUC. We got the club, strip club mecca. So you coming up here, they're like, man, this life. We gotta plant our flag up here. Shit gets so crazy. You get like everybody know about the gang force that's created in LA. But our cops were just as infamous. We had the Red Dogs, and it was formed just because of how all this drugs and the wars and stuff was getting out of hand here in Atlanta, and they were brutal.
And we touching bases on all that.
Everything.
This
We
90
paying homage to everybody, like all the pioneers of Atlanta,
That's dope.
from
That's
Monica
dope.
Kaufman to the entertainers.
That's dope. That's dope. So what exactly is your role? Is you just writing or you executive producing? What exactly is your role on there?
I'm an executive producer. I am the lead writer, and hopefully, you know, I'm our audition. But
Okay.
And
And so, Aaliyah, you ready to be in 96? Yeah, you know, because I'm gonna be in there. So you better get ready to see big. Cause ain't no way in the world I'm not gonna be in there. Oh yeah, I auditioned 20 times. I just want to be in there. You know, I don't know if you know it or not, but I'm the biggest Outkast fan on earth. You know, I'm a 103,000 fan. I identify more with him because I'm a little quirky. You know what I'm saying? But you know, all my partners like Big Boy. You feel me?
yeah, you know, it's
Yeah.
Aquarius gang over here, man. Gang.
Okay,
Yeah, man, this has been really, really dope, man. I really enjoyed y'all, man. What else you want to get into before we get up out of here?
Jazz, Tonyo, y'all want to take the floor on X and 9?
Yeah, so we got another well, I let Jazz take the floor.
Oh wow. So we have the Shoot Films Not People initiative titled Exit 9. And it's about literally Exit 9 off of 285. At least the community. And it's affectionately called that project because the idea behind it is that we are taking what the public would be considered active youth, engaged in, and putting them behind the production of various, whether cinematography, writing, producing, anything that would promote or produce a film or function or TV, and teaching them how to do that. And the goal is to be a paid position, so that, it's an incentive to at least, transition from one space, I guess, of being active into another, which would be perhaps entrepreneurs in their field of choice or interest of choice. I can definitely let Rob or Antonio talk more about the actual filming part itself.
So this is a training situation where you teach people how to get into films, how to write, how to shoot, and all that stuff.
Correct. And there's
Let me break it down a little more to you.
So I'm sorry, Rob. You wanted to say about the two parts?
Yeah, I was just gonna break it down a little deeper. Exit 9 is a series that we started. I've already written a few episodes, so it's a scripted series. But what we're doing is, because me, Antonio, Aaliyah, we all grew up in that area off of Exit 9. So we're going to go out, like my wife said, get the active youth. That means these guys that's out here robbing, shooting, and all that. We're going to show them a better way. We're going to teach them how to film. And, we're going to let them be in this project. If they're not afraid to act, they want to act, they can act in it. They're going to get paid for that. They're going to get paid to operate cameras. They're going to get paid to be in the art department, makeup, whatever their interest is. we're gonna incentivize them to pull them from the streets. We're gonna get them to put down their real guns and pick up our prop guns.
Okay, for those people that want to know what exactly is like exit 9 out of 285, what exit is that?
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, Adamsville, and this is a
Yes,
TV series as well. So the whole goal is to bring down the crime rate.
Mhm.
So once we get everybody that because by us actually growing up over there, we know all the guys that are really active, and we already done talked to everybody down for the whole move. So once we get everybody to commit to shooting these, having these 10, 14-hour day film sessions and being on set, that's bringing them more so into the film world and prevent all this crime that's coming down. And that's how we gonna try to give back to the community in that way.
I'd like to hop on that for a second. It's definitely one part reducing crime, giving jobs, but the other part of that is going to be an actual show. So I did want to, distinguish between that. So there's a fictional show, and then there's the documentary of the show being filmed itself. So that's what also sets it apart. So if one of the people that are recruited for Exit 9 want to be actors, they'll be actors in the actual fictional show. And then of those that express interest in writing and producing and things like that, then they would be on the docuseries side. So it's 2 parts to that initiative.
Exactly.
Wow. So when y'all expect this to launch?
We're aiming for the top of the year. And we're partnering with the Pinky Cole Foundation. Pinky Cole is the owner of Slutty Vegan, the chain, restaurant chain. And we're getting more people that's, they're going to be involved. And Adamsville has produced a lot of superstars. So we're reaching out to all those as well. And, man.
I know Killer Mike from there. Who else from over
there?
DC Young Fly, Jamal Lewis, Is Jamal Lewis in the Hall of Fame?
No, not yet.
They're running back, but it's a lot.
Jarvis
Hayes.
Jarvis Hayes now?
Yeah, Jarvis Hayes from Adamsville, from Exit 9. Man, we got a lot of people, man. I don't even want to. I feel bad because I'm missing out, man. All the whole Dominique Wilkins family. Not him in particular, but everybody else, his brother, Gerald Wilkins, who was in the NBA as well, his children who was in the NBA, Damian Wilkins and all them guys, man, everybody, man, we're rich with tradition. And, like people, like we rich in tradition, like that was like our black Buckhead. So it's like 2 sides of the train tracks. Like Antonio and I grew up in the trenches. Aaliyah grew up in the trenches of Exit 9. But in the cut, you had people like Mayor Andrew Young who lived in that area, that neighborhood. The Bronner brothers.
So you talking about on the Fathom side?
All through there. Man. All through
I'm East Side, nigga. I really don't know. I'm just.
Mayor Shirley Franklin live off Exit 9. Man, it's like Mayor Kasim Reed grew up over there. He was supposed to went to Mays. Like we're real rich with history. The other mayor, the lady mayor who just was mayor. I'm sorry.
Keisha Bottoms.
Yeah, Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'm sorry about that. She grew up in that area. She attended Douglas High School. I'm like,
so yeah, that Exit 9 gonna be just as big as that 90s.
Oh yeah, because it's never been done before, man. You've never had people like my wife said, take those guys out of those ladies out of those conditions and teach them, get them a better way to gross income. And like Antonio said, You know, we we're giving this to them. That's the kicker. We're gonna get them like 2, maybe 3 seasons of this, and then we're handing it to them. Oh, you keep it going, pay it forward. We're gonna spin off to another part of Atlanta. We're gonna come out to the east side where you at, south side. Then not only that, this is gonna turn to a nationwide thing because we are already talking to people from Detroit that are interested in this. Like, we're gonna take it to Detroit. We'll take it to Miami, New York, wherever, Alabama. We're not biased or nothing nowhere. Because everybody has a story.
I want
And
to say
everybody
something.
needs help.
I'm so proud of y'all, man, for taking the initiative to try to do something to help because it done got out of hand out here. And you know, everybody got suggestions, but nobody's doing nothing really.
Right.
Like that old approach of how you do stuff, it don't work no more. It's time for something fresh and new. You know what I'm saying? To grab these kids' attention, give them something they actually gonna use because
Everybody want to be a star, man.
everybody want to be a star. We know Atlanta. We got in Atlanta. We always say everybody in Atlanta started somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in Atlanta,
Straight
we
up.
all like star. Like when you in the hood, or they go Big Boy, they go E, or they go Aaliyah, they go Tonyo. Like, what's up, boy? You know what I mean? There's a different vibe down here. You know, not saying Atlanta. I'm talking about the whole east side, west side, south side. No, I'm talking about all of it, not just
Right.
Fulton
No,
County. You
you're
know what
right.
I'm saying? Yeah,
Man,
man.
we don't just love our side of town. We just starting off when we grew up. Because we wanted to spread. We wanted to spread like cancer. Man, shit, we want to be doing this in Africa, in Europe, man, like in Asia. We want to shoot films, not people initiative, to grow worldwide. And I also want to apologize because I left out our current mayor, Andre Dickens. He's a graduate of Mays High School. He grew up in Adamsville. And like when we approached him, he loved the idea. He's a supporter of the whole government supporting it. And
Damn, what
man
the hell
told
y'all
me
got in the water over there? That's mail. All the mail come from goddamn the flatland.
straight up, no cap, bro.
Damn.
And then the man straight told me, he was like, I was like, man, I just want to present our shoot films, not people initiative to you. You know, I gave him a brief summary of what's going on, everything I just told you. And then I was like, man, the key thing about it is me and my guys, we can actually go in places where other folks can't go. We grew up in the trenches, so it's nothing for us to go up there. We got good rapport with the OGs. You know, some people consider us OGs, and there's no cap on that. And so
Yeah.
he told me, he stopped me there. He was like, oh yeah, I can go in them trenches too. So I'm definitely feeling what you're talking about. I like, Lord, the mayor gangster. I'm like, yes, let's do it. Let's get it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. First mail called Dre.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, that's why
Straight up.
I love this, man. Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, is neck and neck, almost with LA and film. We got music, you know what I'm saying? You know, I think if we can change the narrative with our young people, it's gonna goddamn shake the world like the world's never seen before. Because this is what I say. If Atlanta can take advantage of the success of Atlanta, it's gonna be mind-boggling. You know what I mean? If y'all can
Stop
get them
allowing others,
kids,
outsiders to do it.
yeah. Like imagine all these smart, intelligent kids that's killing each other and shooting and doing all this shit. You show them boys how to do something really with that talent. The next Denzel out there on Simpson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't mean to cut y'all, cuz, but it don't even stop there. That's what made X and 9 so unique. Like we not. It's not just about film. Like take Aaliyah for instance. Aaliyah has been down with us forever, and she has donated. She has a fire ass clothing line. I'm not just saying that because she's my partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see her material, man. She show you the shirt she rocking all the. She got the slides
Let
and
me see.
everything,
I'm gonna
bro.
give you. Hold on. Stop right there. Show me some. I'm finna give you a widescreen. Show me some. Let me see what you got. Hold on. Boom. There you go. It just you.
Look at the
You
hat.
got on. Let me
Look at the
see.
swag.
Okay. Well, what's the name? What's the name of your boss behavior? That's the name of your clothing line.
Everything online, bossbehavior.com.
Okay.
And
So how
like
long?
it,
How long have you had this clothing line?
It been 9 years. This year made 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you exclusively sell online? You got a storefront or anything?
Everything online.
Okay. Okay.
but it's growing
You growing.
like
Okay.
wildfire. She a hustler, man. Everybody, you catch everybody rocking her stuff.
Yeah.
All
Oh
the celebrities, bro. She a hustler. She a go getter. And like, I was like, I have to pay homage to someone like herself and others, like, because if you watch our films, we try and just rock nothing but black owned clothing and stuff like that. But she been so like willing, not only just acting, man. She practically head of our wardrobe department, and so I was like, I would be remiss if you didn't get paid for this. So I'm like, that's included in the budget, in the wardrobe budget. We're gonna buy up a lot of her clothes and a few others, just a few others, because they've been down with us, and like those are the only brands you can rock in Exit 9.
Mm.
It's not even
Mm.
up for debate.
Mm. See how you do? Each one teach one.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? That good, man. That good, man. I love the team you got together. Got you. See. I see how you do it, right? See, you got you. You know what I'm saying? You don't got your wife out the way. You ain't got to worry about no distraction. You got your right hand man, your road dog, Tonio. He gonna keep your home in balance. And if I get out of line, we already know how he get on. Then you got, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? You know,
they
so
call that nigga Red,
like
Yellow
yeah,
Button.
like he with all the smoke. He love the smoke. You know what I'm saying? You know, we call him old barbecue grill because he get smoky when it's time. You know what I mean? And then you got your homie. You know what I'm saying? You told me your old folk, you bring them in too to help promote what they doing because you been seeing them working and grinding. They been staying down fucking with you. Now when the money on the way, you trying to say, okay, let's spread it. Let's get everybody
You
paid.
gotta spread it, keep it in
Let's
rotation.
spread it because
Keep it-
man, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. This is amazing. I didn't even know they were this deep. You know what I'm saying? They were this deep, man. You know what I said, man. This.
Here, but he's also part of Eyesglued. We got to say that.
To Mikhail, yeah, our brother Mikhail, and he has crime, which
Yeah,
is an acronym for creating resolutions in my environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like dope, bro.
also a dope designer too, because our dreamers not doers shirts are fire. And so
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, everything he do for us, man. Like everybody, like man, we need that swag, bro. Bring it on
Mm-hmm.
over here. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when you have people like him in the league, you gotta like. Ain't no way in the world I could just allow them to keep donating to us. I'm like, nah, y'all got to benefit from it too. And
right.
so, and like, we want the world to see they clothing lines, man. And it's and we not even in that lane, man. We got a full ass mixtape for Slime Race.
Got
Like, we
artists.
gonna use.
Mm.
So we provided all the up and coming artists to get exposure. Everybody that's on that mixtape, up and coming artists. So they get
Right.
they music is the soundtrack to Slime Race.
And we got some name people on there like Mad Mark. Um, unfortunately, we weren't able to work it out, but we was even about to get some tracks from Trouble
Yeah,
for
man.
his untimely demise.
Yeah,
Shouts out to Trouble.
R.P.
It's
Trouble.
trouble. It was trouble in Slime Race. He in your other movie.
No, he wasn't in. We hadn't got to that point yet. But the crazy
Okay.
thing is, we were really hoping to talk to him and get him involved in '96.
Yeah, that we were definitely gonna get them involved in '96, man. We were campaigning for that hard. So when that happened to Trouble, that shit was very unfortunate.
But he was gonna fuck that shit up, boy. He was gonna
Yeah.
kill it, boy. I don't know his role, but boy, he's
I'm
he That's gonna be his breakout.
I'm gonna tell you the role that he was gonna play, because of course now he not here.
Yeah.
He'll never be able to do it. Me and Raw was actually talking, gonna have trouble to play the role of my daddy. My daddy was an OG. My daddy got killed in 01. So we were gonna have trouble to play the role of my daddy in 96.
Right.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
like it's a lot of true stories like behind 96, man. We got hitmen from like famous gangs, like y'all had Down by Law on the east side, on and our side of town we had I Refuse Posse. So we got hitmen.
I remember I Refuse Posse boy, man.
We got stories from the hitmen and all that, man. They was blowing up police cars. Shit, man. We got stories from undercover cops, everything, man. Like, my godfather, the great Ali Bakar, man. It's a lot centered around him. It's just, when I tell you storytelling at its best, you're not just saying it. It really is what it is, man.
We gonna make y'all feel like y'all living in the 90s for real when y'all see this.
Yeah, we gotta kill
it. Now I want to say something. I better see some Volkswagen Scirocco. I better see some D's and I mean, you gotta have them. Cause what we had back then, we had Volkswagens, Scirocco. We had them Golfs. Remember them Golfs? Them Rabbit, them Cutlass on. You know what I'm saying?
Astro vans.
They run
Astro vans. Honda Spoke. We had remember them Hammers? Yes, sir. That real Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I thank all y'all for coming on, man. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah,
I really appreciate y'all, man.
Man, we honored that you had us on here, man. And
man,
shout out to my cousin Ebony, man. Shay, I love you, man. That's
man. We love you.
She helped raise me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she speaks so highly of you, man. She's so proud of you, man. I thank you for coming on. I thank you for bringing your team. Jasmine said she had to tap out, but we appreciate her for coming on. Appreciate Lil. Hey, Tonio, you family, man. I like your swag. You my kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I mean.
I dig it. Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? So I look, hey man. So man, let me know when it come out, man. I'll make sure I watch it, man. I'm gonna stay in touch, man. Shit, man. I need to do something. If I gotta push the broom.
Say less, man.
I want to be on it. I want to see. Cause last I got a few.
Care of our own.
Yeah, man. Like I got a few move ideas, man. I'm gonna need you to help me put them in script form. I'm a terrible writer. I'm a terrible typist. I can tell a mean motherfucking story though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so I'm gonna reach out to you.
I love you to death, but hey, I done reached the status now. I gotta throw the charge on you. You had me writing for you. I gotta throw the charge.
I ain't asked for it for free.
And I'm just putting it out there, because I had some people recently. They were like, "Hey,
now, I don't have the Dame Dash budget. You know what I mean?
Hey, don't worry about that. We'll work on all that. Don't worry about that.
I'm saying that. So you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, hey man, thank y'all for coming on the show, man. I'm still poor now. I'm still in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get out the hood too, but I don't mind helping myself get out the hood. Man, thank y'all, man. It really mean a lot to me if you come on the show, man. It's very inspirational to see somebody who you can touch and know making a progression in life, and you can see them. You know what I mean? And y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all inspiration to all of us, man. We expect big things from y'all, man. And y'all get everybody y'all Instagrams and where they can find y'all at, you know what I'm saying? So fall quarter slime race on Tubi.
Ladies winter.
Yep, ladies winter and Prince of Detroit coming out in the fall. It's gonna finna hit the movie festival circuit now. You know what I'm saying? So they shopping it right now. So you might see it on BET. BET might having a comeback now. Tyler Perry brought him back.
But he resurrected that shit, bro.
He resurrected it, man.
Me and my wife be on BET Plus all night.
Yeah. I like that. The one about the Queens. Yeah, Queens. I like that.
Trap Queens. Oh
Trap
yeah,
Queens.
yeah.
I like
We
that.
watching that.
Yeah. I like that. That's fine.
Antonio be watching that.
Yeah.
You can learn a lot, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, give everybody y'all give y'all Instagram so we have everybody go check you out. I'm gonna send all y'all a link, you know what I'm saying, to the interview if y'all want to go back and check it out. You know what I'm saying? Sure. What's your Instagram for my audience?
Lil.
I go first. Ladies first. I'm a man. You can follow me on Instagram at boss_behavior.
Okay.
Yeah. Follow me at yellowboy_Tonio. That's YELLABOY_TONIO.
Okay. And of course, Eyesglued Emperor at for
_Emperor.
Yep. Hey man, I thank y'all, man. That's it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Hope I did right by y'all, man. It's your boy Big, man. Y'all make sure y'all look out. I can't wait to see Slime Ray. I ain't gonna lie, y'all gotta be get at the Prince of Detroit. You know,
that premiere was hard.
Like stuff like that. It's hard. I can't wait to see it,
premiere?
Man.
We had a premiere for Slime Race. Man,
Yeah.
I said they love us, man. We love y'all back, man. They came out and showed out, man. It was a vibe. It was a whole vibe. But we're going to do another private screening, and we're also going to do one with Dame Dash before it drops on Tubi. So we just want to gain that steam back up. With your permission, I just want to leave everybody with two things. My sayings. I got to close out with that. When you're entering this film game, be prepared to hear a million no's. And doors slammed in your face, but know that all it takes is one yes to change your life forever. Gotta leave you with that quote. And then my second quote: there are no plan Bs when you in this game. Plan Bs are for unwanted pregnancies. The only way plan B should be another form of plan A to make plan A work. That's how we roll.
Everything, all the money's lead back to making the dream work. It's your boy Big, man. They been Slime Ray. They been Prince of Detroit. They been the Empire. They been Exit 9. They been goddamn Central Station. They been 96. We'll see y'all next Thursday. We out. Thank y'all.
I don't know who y'all niggas think I am, but shout it, I am a major player.
They used to hate Atlanta till they moved to it. Now the rent's through it. Now a lot of niggas gotta pay Atlanta. This shit hit hard and I see why. I ain't heard Luda bite back since T.I. They really don't like what she saying, but they gotta respond in a way so that ain't what it seem like. It's the difference when you really from the city and had to come up in the trenches. So how the fuck these niggas get in their feelings when they didn't come up in these living conditions? They acting like they got the bread, brought it back to the apartments and gave everybody a biscuit. These niggas is tripping, so when they put out these releases and dishes, I wouldn't even listen. I'm from Oakland City. It's a bit boring, it bit. Mama Redder kept that shit 100. All she did was left out the city. Just let her pop her shit. These